Hey friends, oh my gosh, do I have a good book for you today? So the book we're going to talk about today is Shattered Desires, which is book 2 in the Reckless Desires series by Victoria Ellis. I did a video on the first book, which is Reckless Desires. It's the name of the first book and the name of the series. You guys, Tori is my new go-to favorite author. Like, I'm going to read everything that she puts out now. And by the way, she has like 9 or 10 books out already. I freaking love this series. And let me tell you, this second book did not disappoint. Shattered Desires is about Declan. She is the female bassist for the band Reckless Desires. Wait, is that the band name? I think so. I'm pretty sure. I was really excited at the end of the first book, realizing that the second book was going to be about her. I liked her character. I like her character. I really have enjoyed so much how Tori has written this band, their friendships, their bond. It's just like a really feel good, even though there's definitely heavy subject matter, it's just a feel good place to be in reading. Shattered Desires is friends to lovers, Rockstar, and a little bit of a love triangle, which I actually didn't realize. I mean, we got little Easter eggs and then in the first book, and then of course when you start reading the second book, you're like, oh, I remember that, which I love. And so I was anxious to see how it was going to all unfold. I love the way Tori continued to grow their friendships and their relationships, the band itself, and with the new people that have come into their lives. Particularly enjoyed reading about Isla and Declan's friendship, of course, and then getting to catch up with Isla and Bordeaux, and then also moving forward and seeing where they're going in lives. It's always my favorite part of a series. I picked up right away that, I think, who was it that said her middle name? Somebody says like her full name, Declan June Rothschild. It's Rothschild, right? I think it is. But June, immediately I was like, extra special place in my heart because that's one of my daughter's middle names, which is a familial name. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. The book starts in a basically oh shit moment, which we got a little taste of in Reckless Desires. And you're like, oh my God, like if you were Declan, just bury you now, right? So it's very emotional when the book starts. It's actually Declan's wedding day. The book is told from 2 perspectives, Declan and Spence. We'll talk about Spence in a little bit, but what are you doing? Oh my Lord, can you just lay down, please? Macy's getting a little anxious and Rue is staring at something outside the office. I'm not sure what it is. We're gonna keep going. The book is told from Declan's perspective and Spence, and we'll get to Spence in a little bit. This is right in the beginning of the book, and I can't remember right now who's saying this to her, but someone's saying this to her in conversation. I don't know if it was Mia or Veronica or who it was in any case. You were basically in love with 2 brothers, one of which you almost married, him being the same one who stood up a few weeks ago and told you not to marry Lucas, and the other brother being one you also had feelings for. And that is the one who's coming to work for us? Mia raises her eyebrows and takes a deep breath. I think I need a notepad to keep track of all this. So that's the gist of where we're going in the book. Ooh, right there. Are you guys like, okay, buckle up, Buttercup. I know it's going to be a bumpy ride, and boy, is it. And then a little bit later on from Declan. All 3 of my girlfriends make excuses to exit the room, leaving Spence and me alone for the first time in over 5 years. Surprised to see me, Deck? Spence shifts on his feet before walking over to where I still sit frozen in my chair. He reaches out for my hands and I smile, placing my hands in his. He pulls me up to my feet and wraps his arms around me. He smells like he always did, like sandalwood and amber, his signature cologne. The moment is so effing nostalgic, my chest aches. Okay, my chest ached a lot in this book. They were high school best friends. They meet literally on the first day of high school when Declan is new to town, new to high school. She knows no one. She's in a low place. They happen to meet and they immediately have a bond that carries them through the years until he leaves town right when the band was taking off. This book is all about the friends to lovers dance that Declan and Spence go through. Everything you love about that trope is in this book. There's also the angst of a little bit of a love triangle, which, okay, always is like, oh my gosh. But let me tell you, I was Team Spence from the get-go. There's family drama mixed in there. There's the reality of her being a rock star and in this really famous band. I loved getting to know Spence and where he was in life, what he was bringing to the table, and this is what he says about Declan. She's got one of my favorite smiles in the universe, the kind that just makes you feel like everything's going to be all right, the kind of smile that makes men fall in love with her, makes other women jealous. Her smile was one of the first things Mom noticed about her too, after she started smiling, that is. I brought her home with me the first day I met her. We were just kids, 14 years old, with nothing better to do than sit around listening to old vinyl and playing music together. I think that was one of the first things that bonded us, when we found out she played bass and I liked to write lyrics. I was a stupid teenage boy and my lyrics were incredibly tragic, but Declan never made fun of them. Mom saw Declan's scars, literal scars, that lined her arms the first day she came over. I think she felt the gravitational pull towards her too. We just wanted to be there for her. We didn't know we'd all fall in love with her. Oh, Spence is yummy. There is so much suspense and angst. Suspense. Waiting to see who is going to make the move. How are they going to get together? What's going to be the caveat that moves them forward? The tension, the love they have for each other, the emotional bond they have for each other. But yet there's other stuff in the mix here, you guys. It's so good. There was this one part where I was dying. I didn't know if I wanted to cry, if I wanted to fan myself, but I was like, oh my gosh. So Declan has to do a photo shoot for a female in rock magazine cover. And and Isla's there with her, and the model that she's supposed to pose with in some of the pictures doesn't show up. So the director takes one look and all of a sudden Spence walks in and she's like, that's it. We're putting him in. Because of course Spence is hot, right? Reading all of that, the clothes he puts him in, the clothes she's in, he's looking at her and she's kind of scantily dressed in a like push-up bra that's kind of see-through and like, you know, everything. And then they have to get on a bed together, you guys. The tension, like I was embarrassed for them because of course he's feeling his attraction, should we say, and she has to climb. Oh my God, you guys, it was so good. I was actually really surprised that Tori took a turn with one of the characters in this book that I did not expect to happen. I'm not gonna give it away, but oh my God, she did something that usually I get really mad at authors for. But it was okay in this book because I wasn't really invested over there. I'm dancing around it, I know, but wow, she went there. I loved that towards the end of this book, we do get a look into what I believe will be book 3, which I think comes out in February, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait. I'm so excited. You guys, this series has been amazing. Let me know if you have read Reckless Desires or Shattered Desires in the comments below, or if you have read Tori's other books in the other genres she's written in. I would love to hear. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I do really appreciate it when you do that. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.